Quickly, the three is up on just Good out for three. No, just a little bit short, and then another first quarter. No, really dropped it. 80 on the note. charge the defense. Quickly afterwards,
you have a button right up here. There. Oh, I don't know, but I think that's the volume. I mean, it's got like a yes. Is that it? Phone out of it.
34-11, Tigers at the half here in Steele, Missouri. And a halftime performance by the South Pemiscot Bulldog cheerleaders. So we're at the half. comes to the internet, Mother Nature, forces unknown, you never know. That's part of the battle. But again, we are in Steele, Missouri. Not far from the Arkansas border. Right down towards the tip of the Boot Heel. And of course, you're listening to the Boot Heel Sports Network. After the timeout that was taken by the Bulldogs, it'll be the Tigers bringing it up. No reason to rush anything here. South Penn staying back in the zone defense. Tigers passing around, tipped away and stolen by the Bulldogs. Matt Bohr going to Farmer. Farmer is going to take it the length and have it knocked away and knocked out of bounds. That'll be South Pemscott basketball. Farmer was looking to drive one up and in there. Just couldn't find the length of room. Now Farmer has it on the other side. He's going to dish down quickly. A pass was stolen, but then taken back away. Welch got it. His layup was no good. The Tigers have it going the other way. Here's Alexander. Thought about it. Dishes off to Epkins. Pass was too strong, but it's recovered by Ricks. Ricks in trouble down low, and there is a foul on the shot. And Danny Ricks will go to the line for the Tigers. Foul against Welch for the Bulldogs. So Danny Ricks to the line for the second time tonight for the Tigers. Tigers up by 26. Halfway through the third quarter. First shot is good by Ricks. Substitutions for South Penn. Schubert checks out. Jamarion Jones, the sophomore, checks in for the Bulldogs. Second shot by Ricks. Up. Good. Nails them both. Lead back up to 28 points. 3:08 remaining in the third quarter. Moore for the Bulldogs. Bringing it up. Down to Farmer. Farmer a floater, no good. Rebounded by the Tigers. Tigers looking for a 30-point lead. This will make it 31. A shot for three, no good by Epkins, but rebounded by Alexander. And they're going to slow it down and set it back up. Moten with the ball. Pass down to Epkins. Looking for anything, and it'll be a travel. Ball going the way of the Bulldogs. Epkins couldn't got his foot off the ground and back down on the ground. Ended up in traveling, and it's going the way of the Bulldogs. South Bend looking to set something up. Just checked into the game is Jones. He loses the ball. Here comes the layup from Moten. Moten with the steal. And just like we've seen every one of the Tigers do, they can take it by themselves. Now Welch looking for Farmer. Farmer was thinking about a three. Is going to slow it down. The Tigers, for the first time tonight, up by 30. It is 50-20. Caruthersville on top here at South Pemscott. Now we're going to have a jump ball on the court. Possession arrow for the Tigers. Under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Again, the Tigers up by 30. 50-20. All Caruthersville tonight. Alexander finds Moten. Moten handles the ball. Now that pass is stolen by Schubert, who's just checked back into the game. Pass out to Moore. Down to Farmer. Farmer thinking for a three. Puts it up, and it's too strong. Tipped away. First by the Tigers, now rebounded by the Bulldogs. Matt Moore's shot is up and too short. A fight for it under the rim. Still loose. Out of bounds. And Tiger basketball. That ball was loose for a while. Finally trickled out of bounds. Last touch by the Bulldogs. Now with a $1:20 to go in the third quarter. Shot up by Alexander was no good. Goes in to get his own rebound after it was tipped away by Ricks. But the Bulldogs come back down with it. And that's stolen. Wide open. Alexander good. The 3-on-1 by the Tigers with yet another steal and another easy layup. Now a 32-point lead, under a minute to go in the third quarter. Schubert fakes the three, now brings it back into Farmer. Farmer driving, shot up, no good. Rebounded by Smith for the Bulldogs. His shot's up, also no good. Rebounded by Ricks for the Tigers. Tiger basketball, 33 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Tigers will look to slow it down. That ball went off of the leg of Alexander mid-dribble, and that'll be South Penn basketball, 26 seconds. Farmer to bring it up. Strong defense by Moten. Now Alexander joins. Schubert with the ball to Moore. Moore's going to try for a three. The lefty, too strong. Rebounded by the Bulldogs. Moore gets it back. Little layup, no good. And it's Tiger basketball. 2 seconds at the buzzer. Too strong. And that'll be the end of the third quarter. Well, Alexander had to throw it up quickly. Little bit too much mustard on the basketball. It goes wide, but that's the end of the third quarter. After 3, the Tigers lead the Bulldogs by 32 as it's 52-20 with 8 minutes to play here in Steele, Missouri. Not a whole lot to really get into detail to describe it. It's been all Caruthersville basketball tonight. The offense, the defense. I'll say it like I said last week. It all starts with the defense. Probably the most ferocious defense you're going to see in Southeast Missouri. At least that I've seen so far this year by the Tigers. They're in your face. It's never one-on-one. As soon as you think it's just man coverage, you've got another one in your face. And then another Tiger defender in your face at all times, forcing the turnovers, the steals, the quick passes down low, the quick layups, never forcing a bad three-point shot or a contested 12-footer, 10-footer. Very smart ball handling for the Tigers. In the third quarter, Tigers, as they've done all season long, spreading around. Moten had 4 in the third quarter. Alexander was 6. Epkins another 2. 4 more from Bryant and 2 more from Ricks. That's been the story. Whoever's on the court for the Tigers in red, each and every one of them has a chance to score at any given moment. Now back into the action here in the third quarter. Schubert with the 3, and that's knocked away by Ricks. Ball was blocked inches away from leaving the shooter Schubert's hands. Schubert back with the ball now. Ricks with the defense. Scramble for the ball. And it's going to the Tigers. Great basketball game. Great athleticism by both these teams tonight. It's just been Caruthersville doing the job better on both sides of the court. Now it's Alexander to Bryant. Bryant kicks it back out. That's Danny Ricks. Had it passed on, tipped away. Now it goes to Bryant. Bryant back out to Alexander. And it's time, once again, spend a little clock. 7 minutes to go in the game. Caruthersville up huge, 32-point lead as the Tigers kick it around, looking for the shot. That shot is up, a little wide by Colby Sargent, but a rebound by Bryant. And ball's taken away by Farmer and going the other way. Schubert quick pass down to Welch. His shot is blocked, swatted away by Alexander. Alexander with some force with that one. That one traveled into the crowd. A couple of Tigers checking in off the bench. One of them we saw. There was Colby Sargent. Also, I believe Torrey Myers checks into the game for the Tigers. Shot up and an air ball by the Bulldogs. Alexander bringing it back up. He's double teamed as the Bulldogs put on some pressure. Now back off. And a screen allows Sargent to get the ball. Sargent lost it. And it's going the other way. Quick layup under the rim, up and good. That's Robert Farmer. And the Bulldogs have their first points in a long while and the first points of the fourth quarter. And it makes it It goes back to a 30-point lead for the Tigers, 52-22, 5:42 remaining in the ball game. Alexander dancing. He's going to look for Ricks. Ricks fakes the shot back to Alexander. Down low to Bryant. Bryant quickly up. Shot no good. Tipped away, and it goes out of bounds. Up here on the stage with us, Matt Moore will retrieve it and bring it inbounds for the Bulldogs. Time ticking. Under 5:20 to go in the game. Now in is D'Angelo Taylor, and he brings the ball inbounds as Matt Moore will get a breather on the bench. So some substitutions for the Bulldogs. 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Farmer, he's been there all night. Now Schubert, he's had a hot hand from three, and he hits his third of the night. Trevin Schubert from three. And that makes it a 52-25 Tiger lead. Alexander, quick pass. Down low. Back up and good by the Tigers. By Truss. Marion Truss's first basket of the game. Second basket of the game, I believe, actually. Farmer again driving. Defended by Bryant. And now just into the game. Taylor, his pass is back out to Farmer. Farmer's going to dish it down low to Schubert. Taking it down the baseline. Pass is stolen. Here it goes the other way. Sammy Bryant, layup up and good. 56-25. Lead back over 30. 31-point lead for the Tigers. Under 4 to go in the game. All Tigers tonight. Farmer. And a three-point basket quickly taken by D'Angelo Taylor. The senior just into the game. Puts up a three. No one saw it coming. And that makes it 56-28. The Tigers still in front. Pass down to Epkins. His shot is up and off the glass and good. Excuse me, that was Truss under the basket. So Marion Truss quickly into the stat sheet for the Tigers here in the fourth quarter. Passes out to Smith. Now just inside the line was Welch. Welch couldn't get it to go, and we have a foul down low. And a couple more substitutions for the Tigers and the Bulldogs. For the Tigers, Jackson Hunter checks into the game. For the Bulldogs, Logan Southern. Inbounds, passes tipped away, now regained by Schubert. It goes off his own man. And it's going the Tigers' way. Down low, Alexander off the glass. Layup good. Back to a 32-point lead for the Tigers. Under 2:40 to go. Here's Farmer. Farmer's been busy all night long for the Bulldogs. Passes it down low. Now finds a wide open Schubert for three. Not this time, as it's rebounded by the Tigers and Truss. Truss slows it down, gives it off to Alexander. Colby Sargent down low, looking for the ball. Now he'll move up as Alexander takes the pass from Hunter. Alexander passes it down low, but that ball's stolen. Taken away by the Bulldogs, going the other way. Shot is up and no good. That one by Schubert. Schubert's pass stolen, going the other way. Another basket by Marion Truss. Quickly into the points for the Tigers. He'll be among the leaders. Now slowing down the Bulldogs. Under 2 minutes to go. Tigers up by 24. Farmer started to lose it. Went across the court. That's a backcourt violation. Tigers basketball. Clock will continue to kick. Clock. Tick-tock. How about that? Tongue-tie the words. The clock will continue to tick. Sometimes you just got to slow it down. Minute 20 to go. Brothersville with the huge lead. Pass was out to Hunter. Hunter back to Hunter. He's going to drive it. His shot's blocked, and it's going the other way for the Bulldogs. Boyd has it. Still got it from the top. Now he kicks it out to Matt Moore. Matt Moore's going to drive. Left-handed floater is good for the Bulldogs. That gives them 30 on the night. Under a minute to go. Tigers never looked back. From the start of the game, took the lead, took an early double-digit lead and just continued to increase all night long. Tigers kicking it around. Shot up by Jackson Hunter was no good. Rebounded, kicked around by the Tigers. Back up by Hunter and good. That was Colby Sargent that tipped it back in. That's how quick the ball's moved around by the Tigers. Hunter and Sargent both with hands on the ball. Moore's layup missed, gets his own rebound, and puts it up. He's got 2 straight baskets for the Bulldogs. Last 15 seconds of the ball game. Driving is Truss. He's going to kick it back out to the top. Tigers looking for maybe one last score. Shot is up. No good by Jackson Hunter. And a jump ball under the rim. And that's the end of the game. That's how the ball game ends. Huge victory for the Tigers. Dominant victory as they double up the South Penn Bulldogs 64-32 in Steele, Missouri. On the road for the Tigers. No home court, no problem tonight. Just a big, dominant win for the Crosville Tigers as they remain undefeated on the season. Of course, this game, again, technical difficulties in and out of the night. We apologize for that. We appreciate you sticking with us to see a big Tiger victory here in the metropolis known as Steele, Missouri. Tigers coming away with the 64-32 win. Points for the Tigers in the game. Again, this is what they do. They spread the ball around. Leading scorer for the Tigers tonight, Jermonte Alexander. He had 16. Abion Moten right behind him with 15. You had Sammy Bryant, the freshman. He had 12 on the night. Then they spread it around to Epkins with 6. Isaiah Rogers with 5. Now, he left the game earlier in the first half with an apparent leg injury. He was okay. He was back on the bench. We'll get some updates on him and have something to bring to you later, hopefully. We'll talk to Coach Bell. Also scoring for the Tigers tonight, Danny Ricks with 2. Late in the game, Sargent, off the bench, Colby Sargent, he had 2. And then in just a blink of the eye, Amarion Truss scored 6 for the Tigers. So the Tigers double up the Bulldogs here in Steele at South Penn. Tigers 64, Bulldogs 32. You've been listening to the Boot Heel Sports Network. I've been Jeremy Abrams alongside Mark Manlin tonight. Check us out on Facebook and on YouTube. We've got a lot of games coming up next week, folks. Thank you very much for tuning in.